If you could see. Okay, great. So welcome to the 2025 AAAS HBCU Making and Innovation Showcase Cohort Kickoff and Orientation. Um, I just want to congratulate you all, first of all, for being selected this year to participate in our showcase. We definitely had some stiff competition, so definitely congratulate yourselves. It was definitely a stiff external review process. I also want to acknowledge Lakeisha Greenway, Sam Davis, and Nina Archie for helping us with the external review. We have selected a maximum number of 20 teams. So you all are representing 20 teams. So again, congratulations on being selected to participate in this year's showcase. So my name is Iris Wagstaff. I am the STEM Program Director at AAAS, the American Association for the Advancement of Science. In that role, I lead a number of National Science Foundation funded programs. I basically lead a portfolio that focuses on broadening participation in STEM and advancing innovation capacity at HBCUs. And I am the lead for this HBCU Making an Innovation Showcase. Again, the showcase is one part of a broad initiative that I'll share a little bit about today. But I really want to focus on kind of like goals, expectations, accountability, go over the rubric so you'll know how you'll be judged and how to prepare for the showcase in your video pitch. So I will pause now and let our team introduce themselves. So Pamela, Kavita, Nina, and Debbie.
If I can start. Hello, everyone. My name is Pamela Asante. I am a project manager working with the AAAS HBCU Making an Innovation initiative. I also work with the EARN conference as well.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kavita Mitapalli, MN Associates, Inc. We are the external evaluators on the grant, and I'm here with my colleagues, Nina Dallas-Alice, Senior Associate, and Debbie Eigenbohr, Associate. Thank you for having us.
Okay, thank you so much. So just a little bit about the AAAS. So most people have never heard of AAAS, but AAAS stands for the American Association for the Advancement of Science. If you've heard of AAAS, you probably heard of AAAS through Science Magazine, which is one of the publications that AAAS publishes. We actually have a family of journals, but AAAS is the oldest and largest general scientific organization in the world. AAAS was founded in the mid-1800s and has over 100,000 members worldwide. And the mission is pretty straightforward, but it's huge. And that is to advance science, engineering, and innovation throughout the world for the benefit of all people. We accomplish this mission through a number of strategic goals and priorities, two of which are at the heart of this HBCU Innovation Showcase. And that is to advance scientific excellence and achievement and to foster equity and inclusion for scientific excellence. And I just want to acknowledge our newly elected as of February this year, our AAAS board chair, Joe Francisco, Teresa Maldonado, and a special shout out to our CEO, Sudip Parikh, who has been a staunch supporter of this HBCU innovation effort. And by the way, this is the only HBCU focused effort at AAAS and the first. So I just want to acknowledge that in the support of our leadership. So this showcase is one part of a broad initiative really focused on strengthening innovation capacity through our inclusive innovation ecosystem. And that ecosystem is a community of practice of students, faculty, innovators, folks that we have assembled to really support you as students and faculty at HBCUs in the areas of making, innovation, entrepreneurship, and invention. I also want to acknowledge the National Science Foundation, HBCU undergraduate program that funds this work and has funded this work since 2018. So just want to highlight our impact since 2018. We have supported almost 400 students, over 100 faculty. We have engaged 32 HBCUs that have addressed 12 of the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals through this showcase. So the other parts of this initiative that by way of your being selected to participate in this year's showcase, you now have access to all of these other components or projects that we will be launching this year. We will be selecting the HBCU-led research team to work with us on a research study that is focused on advancing innovation capacity at the HBCUs. We will be starting with the faculty with this program to actually launch a pilot study. So if you are faculty and you are interested, or if you are not faculty, but you are a researcher, a STEM professional and interested in this work or applying for that opportunity, definitely let us know. But we will be rolling that opportunity out to this cohort before we roll it out to all 100 plus HBCUs. So some other faculty focused efforts that we will launch this year is a HBCU Faculty Innovation Leadership Institute. We will be convening an HBCU listening session with HBCU faculty, deans, leadership, folks in admin roles, as well as HBCU presidents. Some of our student-focused efforts, we are launching a Student Innovation Ambassadorship, as well as a Student Innovation Internship. And we will have a number of mentoring opportunities throughout this initiative. So I mentioned this HBCU Innovation Community of Practice. Again, you as students and faculty and advisors are a key part of that community of practice. We are also partnering with industry and other organizations like Microsoft and VentureWell to provide opportunities like faculty mini grants, as well as the e-teams competition. We are proud to say that our 2024 second place winner from Morgan State went on to win the VentureWell e-teams competition, and that came with, I think, $50,000 in prize money. So these are some of the opportunities that we are making available to you through our partnerships with industry, federal agencies, and other innovators. So I am amazingly proud of our team, and I just want to acknowledge our team, some of the folks who are behind the scenes. So Pamela is here, Kavita and her team are present, but I also want to acknowledge Claire Malloy, who is now a program manager, and as well as Janice Lim and Erica, who you will meet as part of the planning and logistics process for the showcase. I also want to acknowledge our advisory board. We have an amazing advisory board. They take time out of their busy schedules. Brandon Andrews, for example, is a talent scout for Shark Tank, and you may have seen him on CNN and MSNBC. But we have some really amazing advisory board members that take time out of their busy schedules to help with us. These are the people that you will see on the e-mentoring sessions. The first one is next week, April 9th. They will also be the people that will be giving you feedback on your video pitches in June and August. So I just want to acknowledge our amazing advisory board members. Okay, so this year's showcase is September 25th through the 27th. So it starts on a Thursday and ends on a Saturday. And this, if you have participated in the showcase before, this is the general format for the showcase each year. We will be here in Washington, D.C., 2 blocks away at the Grand Hyatt, the same place we were at last year. And because we had the showcase so close to here, to AAAS headquarters, this is a picture of our last year's cohort where we had an opening session and a reception actually at AAAS. So we could actually bring the 2024 team for their first visit to the American Association for the Advancement of Science. So we had a reception in our opening plenary and speaker at AAAS last year. So again, a part of this cohort includes e-mentoring, training, professional development, You will be pitching your innovations for prize money. It also comes with national recognition and again, a second year of continued support. So after you participate in a showcase this year, while we won't be having a showcase next year, you will have a second year of support. Again, engaging with our partners in industry like Microsoft and VentureWell to provide you additional support and engagement for the year of 2026. So because you have already submitted your applications and been selected for this year's cohort, you should be well familiar with the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals. At the heart of this work, this is just the framework that we chose for you to develop your prototype and innovation in response to, but really at the heart of this work is we want to help you as students, since the teams are led by students, in consultation with an advisor, we really want you to be addressing the problems and issues that you care about in your communities, in your environments that affect us nationally and globally. So you selected one of these goals to develop your prototype and innovation in response to, but this work is critically important. And if you look at these UN Sustainable Development Goals, they pretty much all have to do with improving the quality of life, which we think is a very important endeavor. So the work that you will engage in throughout this year and even next year is critically important work. So even though you are a student, just remember that the work that you are doing is important and it has a huge impact. So I do want to take some time out to go over expectations and accountability and be very clear at the start of this process of what we expect and some accountability measures that we have put in place for this year based on previous years. So teams that are selected for the 2025 cohort must agree to the following expectations. So each team member must complete all surveys related to assessing the impact of the monthly e-mentoring webinars. If you are participating in the broader PD webinars, which are not required but encouraged, and also surveys related to assessing the impact of participating in the showcase sessions. Why are these surveys important? They are important because it helps us show impact to our funders like the National Science Foundation. When I'm writing grant proposals, I can't ask for millions of dollars to support students and faculty in this area without being able to show impact. So when we don't have completion of surveys or very low response to surveys or anything that we need for assessment, it makes it very difficult for us to go to organizations like the National Science Foundation and VentureWell and Microsoft to ask them for funding to continue these efforts. So completing the surveys, the assessments, the polls, the focus groups, whatever those mechanisms are, it's really important. So it's not just completing a survey. It is helping us to build the case to keep these programs going and to keep our efforts in continuing to support you. So each team member must participate in the student and faculty focus groups. This is during the showcase. And each team must have at least, and this is actually 2 team members this year to participate in the monthly e-mentoring webinars. The broader HBCU webinars that are for like the broader HBCU community, those are not required. Those are just encouraged. So we are asking that at least 2 team members be present for these monthly e-mentoring sessions. Now, we are very well aware that some of you have classes, some of you are working and have other obligations. So if you cannot participate in one of the e-mentoring sessions, we're asking that you let us know ahead of time and then that you review the recording and then complete the survey or whatever type of assessment after you review the recording. So even if you can't make it, whether it's due to class or working or something else that we certainly understand, we would definitely like for you to target at least 2 team members to be present to represent your team. So each team has to have a minimum of 4 students and a maximum of 5 students this year and 1 advisor. So out of those 4 to 6 people, you should coordinate with your teams and make sure at least 2 team members are present if you're not in class and if you're not working. So any questions about that? Let me just pause before I move on to accountability. So any questions about the expectations as far as participating in the program and being present for the e-mentoring sessions? And again, we start our first e-mentoring session next Wednesday, April 9th. And we may play around with the time. I think we had the pre-survey. Kavita, did the pre-survey ask about what were the best days and times? If
Yes.
not, we will
Yes.
reach out. Yes, okay, so then we'll reach out to you to try to determine what the best days and times are. So we initially had this scheduled for 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern because
That
we
seems
figured
to work.
lunchtime would be the best time,
Yeah.
but we had a AAAS meeting at that time. So that's why this is at 3 o'clock. But if that time slot is best for the majority of you all, then we will keep it set from 12 to 1. So they're currently set from 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time because we figured that would be, you know, the time that we can maximize attendance. But we want to hear from you. If it turns out another day or time is better, we will gladly move those. But as of now, they are scheduled for the second Wednesdays of every month from 12 to 1 p.m. Thank you, Kavita.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have on my calendar an e-mentoring session for today at 5 o'clock. Is that not correct?
Yeah, I don't have any, we didn't send anything at 5 o'clock unless there's an issue with the time.
Oh, okay. It may be another initiative that I had. So, but thank
Yeah,
you.
no, good
Okay.
question. Yeah, we didn't send anything from 5 o'clock because we won't be here.
Okay. Thank you.
Good question. So, any questions about, you know, expectations? Again, we recognize, like I was in the lab for 4 to 6 hours. So we understand being in class and work, but if you're not in class and you're not working, then we definitely expect at the very least, we would love for your full teams to be present for these monthly e-mentorings, but at the very least, 2 team members should be present to represent the team. And again, this will take coordination amongst yourselves, amongst your team members to make sure 2 people are present for that, because it's not just a matter of just like checking off attendance. We share really valuable information. And again, our advisory board, they take time out of their busy schedules to help us with these e-mentoring. So we want to have a good show in attendance. And the information and knowledge and resources and skills and training that we're sharing is invaluable. So that is the real reason to make sure that you have at least 2 team members present. Okay, so as far as accountability, if a team member does not complete the required surveys, they will receive a warning, and this is if it's a pattern. So we're really just trying to get ahead of some of the issues that we noticed last year that we're, you know, and over the last few years. So we're just trying to address those at the outset. If a team does not have representation, at least 2 team members at any of the monthly e-mentorings, then you will have 3 to 5 days to view the webinar recording once you receive it, and either write a short summary or complete the post survey if we're doing a post survey. So if a team does not have representation at more than 2 monthly e-mentoring sessions in a row, then you will receive a warning and your participation could be reviewed and terminated. So we are to this level because we are very intentional and serious about the funds and the time, the time and effort that we are devoting and pouring into you. And so we are just expecting a fraction of that in return because of the effort that we are putting in place. So any questions on expectations and accountability? Any questions at all?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes.
So for the expectations, I see at least 1 team member should participate in the email.
That's a typo. It should be 2.
Okay, at least 2 people, right?
Yep, I'll
So,
update that. Yes.
So in the event where we have 2 people representing the team, do the other 2 team members need to do like look at the recording and do like the summary?
Anybody that is not present, very good question. I don't know who's speaking, sorry.
George Michael.
George, okay, now I said George Michael. Very good question. Any team member that misses an e-mentoring must review the recording and the slides, but mainly the recording, and either complete a short summary or a post survey that we will send after the webinar. So yes, that's every team member that was absent.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But if you're present, then you're getting the information and the resources that you need.
All right, thank you.
Iris, so we had two questions in the chat. What will be presented at these sessions? I think you kind of already addressed that, but I don't know if you were okay with addressing that again.
I'm sorry, you're a little low too.
Oops, I'm sorry. This is Pam. So someone asked in the chat, what will be presented at these sessions, at the e-mentoring sessions specifically? And then another question that was in the chat, this is from Brian Lawrence. Does or rather, can the advisor count as a team member towards the 2-member goal? In terms
Yes,
of
two good questions. So we will present it on a variety of topics. The purpose of these e-mentoring sessions are to mentor you through this whole process. So we will be mentoring you on a number of topics that will help you present the best product to pitch by the time you get to the pitch in September. So our first e-mentoring next week will be on defining a problem statement. We'll have some sessions that will help you develop your pitch. The board will review your pitch and give you feedback so you know what to tweak so that you present the best product. We have a number of sessions on like IP, crowdsourcing, developing a business plan. Like all of those are innovation related topics, but every single topic is to help you present the best product when it comes to September for your pitch. What was the second question? Oh, mentor. Yes, the mentor counts. So the mentor is a part of your team, but we want to be clear that this is a student-led effort in consultation with an advisor. And one of the changes for this year is that your advisor does not have to be a faculty member. They just have to be working at a HBCU in a professional capacity. While the majority of advisors are our faculty, we didn't want to limit it to faculty. So yes, your faculty member counts as one of those 2 team members. Any other questions that I missed? Good questions.
You got them.
Okay, thank you, Pam. Okay, so now I just want to go into a little bit about how you will prepare your video pitch. So the video pitch preparation and guidelines. So based on the PowerPoint template that we gave you to kind of frame your innovation or prototype that you're going to be working on through to September where you'll present it, you will have to develop a video pitch. It will be a maximum of 2 minutes. All team members must be included, and the format can be either a Zoom recording, you can record a PowerPoint. If it's a recorded video, the video must be uploaded to YouTube or video and sent to us, and we'll give you more instructions on those when those are due. So the due dates for the first round, because we're going to give you several rounds to iterate on these pitches. Again, that's what we will be using those e-mentoring sessions for in June and August. That is for our board to give you real-time feedback and input on your video pitches. So the first round video pitch will be due May 9th. The second round video pitch will be due July 16th, and we will send you these slides. And then once you submit the round 1 video pitch on May 9th, then our board, who needs a month in advance to review these, we will actually play your video and they'll give you real-time feedback and input on June 11th. Same thing, the second round pitch will be due July 16th. And at the August e-mentoring, these are both e-mentoring sessions, our board will be giving you feedback on that second round. So any questions on the kind of the basic format of the video pitch? And then I'm going to go into some more information about that. So basically, in your video, whatever format you choose to present that 2-minute video, you're basically using the same information that you put in your PowerPoint. So in your video, the team members, you will need to state your project name and your institution. You will need to introduce all the team members as part of that video pitch. Again, the same information that you put in a PowerPoint. You will need to introduce the goal that you are addressing, that you are creating a prototype or innovation in response to. You'll need to state like how your prototype uniquely addresses the goal. You'll also need to describe your prototype or innovation. What problem are you trying to solve? What did you develop or aim to develop? Like, who is the target audience or the intended users? What is the proposed cost to develop and sustain this project? Why is this project important and why did you choose it? So basically the same information that you put into your PowerPoint, you are now converting it to a pitch video. Some pitch tips for your video: be creative. This is your opportunity to leverage the skills on your team. Whoever has the creative talent, you definitely want to leverage that talent. You want to speak loudly and clearly. You want to pace your video so that you're not talking too fast and you're not talking too slow. You want to leverage resources that are at your disposal. You want to leverage your team talents, skills, and expertise. And you want to practice maybe with folks at your institution or like in your like local area, that the more you practice, the better these pitches will be. So any questions on the video pitch, the general format, when they will be due, when the videos will be presented for board feedback on June 11th and the 13th?
Yes.
What actually, yes.
Sorry. So Favor had a question. I'm assuming the answer is yes, but since basically his question is, since the pitches are 2 minutes, will we be given specifics on what to include or pitch on along with our slides? I don't know if this is a question, Favor, of like before the official board review, if you're gonna get that feedback, or if you're specifically asking during the board reviews.
So what I just went over is what you'll present. So what I just went over, the same information that was in the PowerPoint template, let me go over it again. This is the information that you'll present in that 2-minute video. You'll state your project name and your institution. You will introduce your team members. You will discuss the goal that you addressed with your prototype. How does your prototype uniquely address the goal? You'll describe your prototype. These are all the things that will go into your 2-minute video. I showed the due dates for those. The first round is due May 9th. And after you submit that first round video of May 9th, then we will show that video at the e-mentoring session on June 11th, and the board will give you feedback and input. You'll incorporate that feedback and input. You'll turn in a second video that's improved and updated based on the board feedback, that second round video on July 16th. And then on August 13th, the board will give you feedback on that second updated video. So it's giving you an opportunity to improve and update your video so that you present the highest quality product in September. Did that answer the question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Great questions. Any other questions? Okay, so now let me move on to the rubric. So for those of you that have participated in a showcase last year or in the past, we have worked with our advisory board and innovators in the real world to update the rubric. This rubric is the same rubric that was used to select you as the 20 finalists, but it'll also be the same rubric that we will use to judge you at the showcase when you pitch your innovation at the showcase. So you will pitch your innovation at the showcase. We can send you the photo gallery. Actually, the photo gallery is on the website link. If you go to 2024 Showcase on the website link, and Pam can drop the website in the chat, you can see pictures. So teams will have like a banner, a table cover. You will have a table where you will come up and you will give your pitch. Some teams actually show videos or have like props or other things during that time, but you will actually have another 2 to 3 minutes at the showcase to present your pitch in person. And this is how you will be judged. So this is the rubric that you will be judged on. These advisory board members that are giving you input at these e-mentoring sessions on your video pitches are the same people that will be judging you at the showcase. So we pull from our advisory board to actually judge you at the showcase because they are the ones who have been working with you all year long or up until the time you pitch. So problem and solution fit, 25%. And each of these categories will be rated 1 to 10, and these are the percentages of how much each of these categories will weight. So you know how each section will be judged. So for the first category, problem and solution fit, that's worth 25%. Clarity of the problem being addressed, how well the proposed solution solves the problem. The second category is market opportunity, that's worth 20%. And that includes size and growth potential of the target market, understanding of customer needs and competitors. Third category is business model and traction, worth 20%. Feasibility and scalability of this model, evidence of early traction or validation, example, customers, partnerships. Team strength is worth 15%. So skills, experience, and passion of the founding team, because we consider you all as founders in the innovation space, and ability to execute the vision. Presentation is 10%. Clarity and persuasiveness of the pitch, ability to effectively communicate the idea, and finally, uniqueness or originality of your innovation or prototype is worth 10%. Any question on this newly updated rubric?
Hey, Iris, so this isn't, I guess, specific to the rubric, but Samuel Tordo, and feel free to correct me if I mispronounced your name. He asked in the chat, are we going to be given an opportunity to modify our slides? I know that when students originally submitted their projects, they presented a slide deck with their application, but as they're going through the pitching process, are they basically going to use the same slide deck, or are they just solely working through their videos to present their project?
Great question. So the video pitch is just based on that general information that was in the slide, but no, you're not like bound to that, right? That was just a way to review the applications. So we were priming you to do kind of the first part of this, right? Or the first piece of developing this pitch by just having you present the PowerPoint slide. But good question. No, you're basically taking that information and converting it to a video pitch. So you definitely should be updating that, because that was just a part of the application process, so we can get an idea of your idea and determine whether or not your potential project had enough strength to be selected as a finalist. So great question. But you're basically taking that information that you submitted in the PowerPoint and now converting that to a pitch video. And again, we are actually giving you 3 opportunities on this video. The final submission of your video will be 2 weeks prior to the showcase in September. But I just mentioned the June and August date because we will have the board actually giving you real-time feedback and input on that video, so you'll know how to improve it. But yes, you definitely should be changing it and expanding it and making it better from what you submitted on the PowerPoint. So did I answer that question? And I can't see, so yeah, thank you.
Oh, we have
Okay,
another
so-
question. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Favor asked, are the videos only for feedback, or Are they used to judge for the winners at the showcase?
Yeah, so so great question. It is for both. It is for feedback, but you will actually present the video at the actual showcase. So when we send you the photo gallery or the link to the website, you should already have that though. If you go to that gallery, you'll see teams going up to the table, laying out their table cover with their school logo on it. Some of them have physical products, some of them have software or apps that they've developed. But yes, this video will actually be part of your pitch, but you'll also be pitching in person. So the video will be playing during that time at the same time. So great question. So the video is a part of your final pitch, but you will be pitching along with whatever props or whatever you brought to represent your team. So that's why we're giving you 3 chances to get feedback and input before you actually present it at the showcase. Good question. Any other questions? So in the slides that you will receive, this is just an example, and I'm only going to play the first video to give you an idea of what the pitch videos look like. You can review all of the other videos because we don't have time to show all of them, but I will show the first one, and then let me know if the sound is working. Can you hear?
Yeah.
I've just been thinking, man, what's something that we really need? Like,
I mean, we could really like, but that's an air fryer type deal. Like,
air fryer already exists. We need to fix the roads.
nah, for real.
We need to keep a focus on infrastructure around Greensboro.
Did you know 1 in 5 drivers experience damage from their cars from unmaintained roads? And with the average price tag of $600 per car and total up to $26.5 billion per road repair? And generally, highways with poor conditions usually cost drivers up to $571 a year.
By developing an AI-powered management roadway system named APATH, which will use aerial images. For example, Google Earth images map drone images to identify the potential pavement defections. To create work orders for field inspections using 3D reality data to predict the life cycles of roadways and pavement conditions.
the iPad prototype roadway management system with the aerial view, we're able to see the different depths and imperfections in the roadways.
Hello, my name is.
Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to play through all of the videos and the sound may have been low. So Pamela, when you send the recording, once that's ready and the PDF of the slides, can you just link to the SharePoint link? So it may be easier for them to play the videos from the actual SharePoint link, but we can talk about that later. So we will definitely send you the slides along with the recording when that's ready, so you can play these videos. And we should have the first, second, and third place winning videos on the website also. On our website, if you go to the 2024 showcase, we have a media kit there from all of the teams with all of the team information, as well as the videos. And you can also see photos where each team will come, set up their table. Again, because not everybody has like a physical product. Some people have an app. Some people had like food where they demonstrated their prototype. So this video will be playing during your pitch while you're set up at the front of the stage. After that 2-minute video plays, which is a part of your pitch, then the judges have 2 minutes to ask you questions to respond to about your pitch. So that is what your pitch entails. And you'll receive more information about that as we get closer to that. Okay, so I do want to go over, and this is the information that was shared as part of the application, but I just wanted to like highlight the fact that there are actually 2 phases of this project that started with your kind of application process and putting together your PowerPoint. And I wanted to go over the roles. So the student role and the advisor role, whether the advisor is faculty or non-faculty. So the 2 key phases of this whole showcase planning phase. Stage 1 is prototype ideation. So research, ideation, design, and prototype development. So from your PowerPoint template that you submitted as part of your application, you are now developing and designing your prototype or your innovation. Okay. The student role is to explore and research, brainstorm and ideate, evaluate and refine. That's why we have set up these monthly e-mentoring, is to give you resources and tools throughout this whole process so that you're not just working alone. Pitch preparation, and then the showcase pitch competition. The key advisor role during this stage 1 is to mentor student-led teams by participating in all project efforts and having regular check-ins with student teams and assisting in any way that you can throughout this process. And the outcome of stage 1 is that teams will leave stage 1 with a validated prototype, foundational skills and innovation and experience in pitching their ideas. So stage 2 is tech transfer and product commercialization, integration, prototype refinement, technology transfer, and market readiness. Now, all of this we're not expected to get to this year. A lot of this is reserved for your second year of support. Again, that those opportunities that we identified with VentureWell and Microsoft to further advance your prototype so that you're not just participating in the showcase this year and there's nothing left for you to do next year. So we are intentionally working to keep you engaged for a second year. And that second year is an opportunity for grants, for resources, for other competitions, for startup money, and taking that prototype to the next level. So for example, one team last year, the product was such high quality that it's actually a viable option for FDA approval. So we want to help you get your product to that next stage. So all of this is a part of that stage 2, which some of you may get to next year. Some of you may get to towards the end of this process, and some of you will get to this next year if you continue to participate for that second year. And we'll go over this more in the coming months. So I just want to end finally with where we are in this planning timeline. After today's kickoff, we will have registration for the showcase, again, which is here in DC for September 25th to the 27th. From April to September, you will be participating in these monthly e-mentorings. Again, they are the second Wednesday of the month, targeted for 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. But if we hear from you all that another day and time is better, we'd be happy to move that. We are also making available to you, but not required, these other webinars that we are doing for the broader HBCU community that's not participating in this year's showcase. Again, I went over the deadlines for your first pitch and your second pitch. We will be starting the travel booking process for the showcase May 5th. You will have 3 to 4 weeks to book your travel. We are covering travel, hotel, and registration for the showcase for your entire teams. So you'll hear more about that in the coming months. And then again, I mentioned that third and final opportunity to refine your video before submitting that. That will be approximately 2 weeks before the showcase. So I just want to highlight some of the benefits of participating this year. Again, it's not just a showcase. It is like mentoring, it's training opportunities. It's membership in our inclusive innovation community of practice, which comes with a number of other opportunities like being selected to be funded to present at conferences. In addition to your prize money, you have the opportunity to be selected as an E-Teams participant to win thousands of dollars and other types of funding. And again, the second year of cohort engagement. So someone asked, I don't know if it was favored, these are some of the topics that we will hit on. Tech transfer, data science, health equity, like these are some of the topics that we will hit on through a combination of the e-mentoring. And also at the showcase, we have a number of student and advisor track PD sessions and workshops. So students will be in their sessions and advisors will be in their sessions. So we will have those training opportunities as well at the showcase. I've already mentioned some of our student focused efforts and some of our faculty focused efforts. So this is an opportunity to kind of gamify your engagement and participation, which our evaluation team came up with this, this great idea. It's an opportunity to build up points by participating in a number of opportunities, right? So we expect you to attend the e-mentoring webinars, but not everybody participates. So we wanted to figure out a way to reward teams that have maximum participation, right? So we are kind of finalizing the logistics to like what this would like transfer to. We are working with our partners to find sponsorship money to sponsor like some type of monetary award for teams who show maximum engagement and participation. In addition to that, we have worked with VentureWell to identify some startup funding to send to you all. We are just finalizing that amount and we should be finalizing that over the next few weeks, but we will be sending you startup funds to help you with this project over the next 6 months. So those are two opportunities that we are finalizing to assist you in this process, but we really wanted to find a way to reward those teams that really are engaged at a maximum level, especially if you wind up not placing first, second, or third at the showcase. Yes, Isar? Yes, ask your question.
Yeah, my question was if some of the team members they are not available at this early stage, can we change or replace the team members?
I'm sorry, you were cutting out, sorry.
It's about the team members. If some of the members are not available, so the ones we submitted with our for the registration, can the team members be changed now?
Do you mean if they no longer want to participate?
So the names we initially submitted, can they be changed now at this stage?
Yeah, so I'm asking, is that a team member that you submitted as part of the application who no longer wants to participate?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so follow up, Pam, can you drop your email in the chat? Follow up with Pam and we may have to discuss that separately offline.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions on what I've gone over so far? And I just want to close now before I think we are going to launch a poll, but you'll see these in the slides. So we'll send you the recording, a PDF of the slides, and we may send you the link if it's a large file so you can actually play through the videos. But I just want to mention that our email is hbcumaker@AAAS.org. So actually, Isara, send your question to this so one of our team members can answer in case Pam isn't available. I just want to highlight following us on social media. So our LinkedIn page, this is a private group that we set up for Showcase members specifically. This is where we share real-time opportunities. If you are not following us on social media, then you are missing out on opportunities. Sometimes companies come to me and say, hey, I have $10,000 that I want to support a team to present, or like just funding or training opportunities or conference travel opportunities, and they come quickly and we share them to you all first. So this is where we share a lot of information, opportunities, and resources. So you definitely should be following us, especially on our LinkedIn page. This is where we share a lot of those opportunities when they come to us. So let me stop sharing and pause now. Do we want to launch the poll now?
Yes.
We have about 10 minutes left. So please answer the poll questions. And if there are any questions in the chat, I will try to scroll through those now, but definitely please answer the poll questions.
And Iris, we had 2 more questions that came in. So this one, the first one's from Rodney Trapp. This initiative seems similar to the regional NSF I-Core program. Is it the same?
No, it's not the same at all, but we partner, one of the potential speakers will be from I-Core. The NSF I-Core program is funded by the National Science Foundation, so it is a different program, has a similar focus on supporting students from HBCUs and MSIs and innovation, but this is very different.
And the second question that came in is from Michael Paul. Are all 20 teams participating in both year 1
Yes,
and year
great
2?
question. So the 20 teams selected for the 2025 cohort, this year's cohort, you will all receive a second year of support if you want to participate for 2026, even though we are not having a showcase next year. So all of you are eligible for that second year of support again. Training opportunities, funding opportunities, mini grants, travel conference awards, all of internships, all of those opportunities for that second year. And I'll scroll through the chat and see if I missed anything. Thanks for dropping those links. Yep. Someone is asking to share can you not see the poll? It's her.
I'm gonna drop a QR code in there as well.
Okay.
Hopefully that helps if you're not able to see it.
Okay, it's her, can't see it. Thank you. Is anybody else having trouble not seeing the poll? Can you raise your hand to let us know if you're having trouble seeing the poll? So just one, okay. So everybody else can see the poll, okay. Okay, also feel free to come off mute and ask any questions I may have missed. I think I caught all of them in the chat. Kavita, Pam, am I missing anything that we needed to cover today?
Was Pam able to ask this question? Are all 20 teams participating in both year 1 and year 2?
Yes, I answered that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, thank you, Kavita.
I don't see any other question.
Okay. Any other questions? We have a couple minutes left. Feel free to come off mute and ask your question. If I missed anything, like I said, we will be sending you these slides. Once the recording is ready, we'll also be sending that to you. Any of your team members that was not present today, whether that's due to class or working, they need to review the recording as well as the slides. And we will follow up on whether, I think at just this point, just write a short paragraph summary, because I don't think we're doing a post-webinar survey today. We're just launching the poll. But if any of your team members missed today, they definitely need to review the recording and just write a short summary paragraph of what they learned and about this webinar. Yes, Rodney.
A question, would it be possible to get a detail of what the various mentoring session topics might be about, and if there are topic focus sessions for each of our other monthly check-ins, or will they be the same content each time?
No, the ones I ran through in the slide, it can be any one of those topics. We're waiting to confirm speakers. So
Okay.
the first speaker we confirmed was for next week, which is defining a problem statement. But those are the general topics that's in the slide that I went over. tech
Okay.
transfer, crowdsourcing, IP, patents and trademarks, market research, client discovery, all of those. But yeah, so
Okay.
once we have the speakers confirmed, we have the general topics, but we're trying to confirm the speakers for every month. So we went ahead and shared the April one because we have that speaker confirmed in the topic.
Thank you.
Yep. And then Pam will either be sending a meeting series invitation for all of the monthly e-mentors, or she may send those as individual monthly e-mentoring meeting invitations. Christian?
Hi, I had a question.
Sure.
For the members that weren't able to make it, you said you wanted a paragraph summary of the session once they watch the recording.
Yeah.
Where do you want that sent to?
Yeah, so once we have the recording, Pamela will send a recording along with the slides, and you can just send those back to Pamela's email, or you can send those to the HBCU maker email. So
Okay.
we'll decide that after that. But yeah, so it'll either be Pamela's email or the HBCU maker email.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Good question. Any other questions? Okay. Again, so again, congratulations on being selected. We are expecting great things out of you all this year. Good to see some familiar faces back again this year. And this concludes our orientation. We will see you all. Yes, we will be sending the PDF of the slides. You will get the slides as well as the recording when that's ready. It typically takes 24 hours, but it may be ready